need FIFO FISA. As we were talking about, the Senate was back on the Hill today after that surveillance tool expired over the weekend. But the expiration doesn't mean total defeat. Lawmakers still working to make a deal, and toot sweet.
While we can't know the consequences of Democrats' decision to allow Section 702 authorization to lapse, we do know it is almost certainly putting our nation at greater risk. And I hope and pray that my Democrat colleagues will rethink their decision to take this program hostage and to restore this key safeguard of our country's security.
They're also under pressure from the president, who declared on Truth Social, quote, "I'm against FISA if it doesn't come with the Save America Act full version firmly attached to it."
Our next guest is one of the House members who voted against the short-term extension. Joining us now, House Oversight Committee member, Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett. Congressman Burchett, you voted along with the Democrats.
Well, not exactly, ma'am. Several Republicans did too. FISA was used to spy on hundreds of thousands different times of and Americans were spied on with the FISA. So it was horrible under Joe Biden. It was spied on by our own president. They spied on President Trump. But now all of a sudden we're in charge. It's supposed to be better. That makes it worse, ma'am, if we don't fix it and fix it by getting a warrant. What's wrong with getting a dadgum warrant? These things were used to go to get women's phone numbers, to get dates. This is what our federal authorities did with this thing. Do we think it's any better now? Heck no, it's not any better. You know what the Senate ought to do is get some guts and pass, if they want to do something for our great country, pass the Save America Act that President Trump wants. Show some verification that you're an American citizen. Just today, we saw another case where there was violations of our election laws in Michigan. It's going on all over the country. We better start paying attention to what's going on. The Democrats are stealing these elections, and yet we just keep our head in the sand by saying this. The Constitution provides that if they want to go after you, they need to get a dadgum warrant. What's wrong with getting a warrant?
All right, Congressman, it sounds like we got kind of divide among Republicans on the House side and on the Senate side. We just talked to Senator James Langford. He said we got to get 702 done. I guess my question to you is this. The thing is expired right now. My understanding of that means whatever benefit it was providing, it's not providing that now. We got a whole bunch of foreigners in this country for the World Cup. So is this a bad time to lose that tool? Should we do something in the short term? Or does it just not matter? And if that's the case, then why the heck do we have it in the first place?
It's never a good time to violate the Constitution. We take an oath to uphold the Constitution. The Fourth Amendment is very clear, and it expresses that they have to get a warrant if they're gonna spy on you. All they do is they find out you've got an illegal working on your roof, and they want to get to you, and they know you're on his cell phone. They go after his cell phone, and oh, guess what? Your line's on there, so they can go after you now. That's exactly what happened. I don't know why everybody's not talking about the hundreds of thousands of violations of FISA in the last 4 years under Joe Biden. President Trump's correct. If they want to pass something, if they want to do something for our great country, put the Save America Act on, and let's take our elections back before these elections are stolen from us.
Well, you act like it was you and all the Republicans. It was you and 18 Republicans who voted against it, and it expired.
Yes, ma'am. You said I joined the Democrats, and you said I joined the Democrats, ma'am, and that was inaccurate completely. And I wish they'd quit trying to do this. Look, again, Joe Biden used it. His administration used it to spy on Donald Trump, to spy on Americans. And now all of a sudden we're in charge and we're not going to fix it. That makes us complacent and compliant in illegal activity, and we need to fix it. That's all we need to do. Get a search warrant. What's wrong with that?
We can debate how the authorizations and the FISA court and how you get authorizations for these searches now. But we don't have time. You are welcome to come back, Congressman, but I want to ask you.
I would love to come back, ma'am, because I took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and that's what I intend to do.
We want to ask you about Social Security, because the Social Security fund is insolvent in 6 years, and I believe it's immediate 22% benefit cut. You've introduced the Social Security Guarantee Act. Does it fix it, though?
Well, I think it goes a long way to help get it there. Currently, Speaker Johnson said we've got to address it, and everybody jumped on him. The problem we have as Republicans, ma'am, is messaging. This little cell phone right here has got more computer power than when we went to the moon the first time. I think that we ought to start using that and quit hiding behind whatever we're hiding behind on this, because we've kept our head in the sand on this thing. We're about to go insolvent. We're $40 trillion in debt, whatever that is. And yet everybody's saying, oh, we can't do it because it'll hurt us in the elections. Well, let's try to do something one time for this country and not worry about our very well-paid job that we do very little work at. For once, I wish we would just say, we're going to do what's right. We're going to fix it. And the ways you do that, use business-like principles. Yeah, let's bring the Democrats to the table, but let's message out first that what we're trying to do and what the problem is. That's the problem. And then we allow the mainstream, so-called mainstream media to set the agenda, and then everybody runs after that first phone call. You get the AARP and all these other groups that are in line with the Democrat Party, and then they just trounce them. Let's get out ahead of it. Let's say we're going to fix this thing once and for all.
In that spirit, the politically tough thing to do, unless you want to raise taxes on everybody or put more debt on the balance sheet, the thing you got to say to people is, for younger generations, you're going to have to retire later than previous generations did. But nobody wants to say that, because Democrats come out and say, oh, well, you're cutting benefits and you're taking away what people have earned. Is that what you're saying, Congressman? Like, you want to go out to the American people and say, look, if you want to solve this, actually, younger generations, you're not going to get payments until later in life. Is that where you stand?
Go ask somebody 25 or 30 years old if they even know what it is, and if they think it will be around when they retire. And I don't know what retirement age is. My parents worked into their 80s because they wanted to. They love this country. They love their job. Some people don't. Some people want to get out. I get that. But I think we ought to start using market-like principles. People ought to be able to invest this stuff in the market. Overall, Dave Ramsey will tell you the market's performed better than this country has.
We got to jump, though. Medicare runs out of money, the hospital trust fund, in 7 years, and there's an 11% benefit cut, immediate. So you got two things to work on, plus FISA.
Thank you.
Congressman Tim Burchett.
Good to see you.
Straight ahead, Stanford.